Coming up on this edition of Cronkite Sports Now, Chris Paul speaks for the first time as a member of the Phoenix Suns. We meet a local high school female football player, and Bobby Hurley's thoughts on his team's early performance. All that and more coming up on Cronkite Sports Now. Hello everybody and welcome to Cronkite Sports Now. I'm Lauren Shirley. As we head into the holiday sports season, Phoenix fans are still spreading the cheer with the addition of Chris Paul. CP3 spoke for the first time today as a member of the Suns.
Everyone always talks about like what I can teach Book or what I can teach some of these other guys, but they're teaching me at the same time too. You know, I'm not James Naismith by no means, but it's fun for me because first things first too, I'm not just coming in here trying to teach everybody. Like I'm his teammate. You know what I mean? Like we here to hoop, we here to compete. I done known Book for a long time, and he's not only like talented, you know, like he's a dog. You know what I mean? Like he's really competitive. Like I know Book, like no Book, and when we hoop and play against each other, we be about to fight. Damn near be about to fight a lot of time. And looking at the staff, you know, Monty is an unbelievable person. You know what I mean? Like human being, aside from being a great coach.
The challenge for Chris Paul and the Suns to contend in the Pacific Division just got a little tougher today, as LeBron James has agreed to a 2-year, $85 million extension with the Lakers, which will keep him in LA through the 2022 to 2023 season. History was made last weekend when the first female played in a Power 5 college football game. Reed Harmon tells the story of Arizona's own Karsten Holland, a linebacker at Mountain View High School.
Vanderbilt kicker Sarah Fuller kicked down barriers when she took the field to start the second half for the Commodores, becoming the first female to play in a Power 5 football game. The groundbreaking moment sent a strong message to the next generation.
Girls can do anything. Like, you can always overcome obstacles and be just as good as anyone else.
When you hear about female football players, they're usually kickers. But for Holland, it was all about the hitting.
I'm so bad at kicking. I've tried, it was horrible. I think I just liked hitting people.
Holland, a senior linebacker at Mountain View High School, just wrapped up her 4th and final season with the Toros football team.
When she really wants something, she's like a dog with a bone. She'll stay with it and stay with it. And so I knew that she wanted to be successful at football. I mean, there was something that was a drive for her.
There wasn't any reason that I could be so selfish to quit and let my teammates down. And they're basically like my brothers. I can't just quit on my family, especially because I just had a bad day or had a bad practice.
And at practice, she was just like any other player.
She played 4 years for me, and I never once had to make compensation for her, you know, except for locker rooms and stuff. I never made it easier on her. I never did, you know, anything but just treated her like a player.
During her days at Mountain View, Holland has not only played football, but competed in softball and wrestling as well. Though kicker Sarah Fuller may have made history in the Power 5 and college football, it's just another sport to play for the inside linebacker at Mountain View High School.
I think it's because I see how shy other people can be. I'm just not like that. I've never been shy or anything. I've always been confident and never afraid to speak my mind. So I think that just watching other people and how they act, I just never wanted to be like that. And I just wanted to be myself and not be afraid of who I am.
Holland's attitude was groomed growing up with 2 older brothers who played football and wrestled. They helped Karsten become who she is today.
Me and my brothers would fight all the time, and I just have to prove that I was stronger. I've just watched them grow up to be men, and I don't want to disappoint them.
Now, young girls might want to grow up and be like Karsten Holland, confident in whatever they want to do. Reed Harmon, Cronkite News.
The Arizona Cardinals offense struggled on Sunday, scoring just 17 points in their loss to the Patriots. Part of New England's success was holding Kyler Murray just to 31 yards on the ground.
They definitely were keyed in on the him running it. Thought he made good decisions when to run it and was efficient in that.
You know, if they play me, I have to hand the ball off. Thought I probably could have checked it down maybe once or twice more than I did.
Chaparral High School sophomore Sammy Fisher made a great first impression on the girls' soccer team last year. And as John Carlos Sainz says, even with a postponed season, Fisher is ready to step up and be a key contributor once again.
The Chaparral girls soccer team has won 7 state titles, including the last 4. Sophomore Sammy Fisher is hoping to help the Firebirds continue their winning ways this season after a freshman year where she scored 15 goals in 14 games.
Sammy, just to continue to do what she's doing. I mean, she was a good spark for us. She really did a great job for us, and I just feel like she'll just come out a year older and more experience and do the same thing and even more this season.
It definitely means that I'm going to have to step up more considering we lost most of our front line, and that's where I play. But I hopefully will have like some new juniors and like some new girls come in to also help step up. But I think the team culture is still going to be there, so we can still like pull off a 5-peat.
Sammy's leadership skills on the field are as important as her performance on the pitch.
She is a huge leader on our team. She has several goals, as I'm sure you've seen in her records. But not only that, is she's always raising the level for all of us. Her constant work rate at practice and during games, it's a level that raises everybody else's level. So we're all driving to work at that same rate. And I think she just really uplifts the team.
Sammy is overall like a very reliable person. If you pass the ball to her, you can count on her to do very well with it, and she can score so easily, and she's a very big threat.
With the season approaching, Sammy stays motivated by those around her.
I think there's like something really special about like playing for your school, and I think like Chaparral as a whole has created like a really like competitive and like a very like an amazing culture at the school to like win. The team is like so like it's like one big family, so you just want to like everybody wants to do good and like work your hardest and do your best because like you're playing for each other and you're playing as a team.
A team that hopes to call themselves state champions once again. John Carlos Saenz, Cronkite News.
That's all for our last Wednesday show of the semester, and we want to give a special thank you to our talented producing crew, Tiara Rose and Cody Whitehouse. Thank you for your hard work. We couldn't have done it without you both. And as always, thanks for joining us, and happy holidays.